Okay, I'm taking that off, and so there's your disclaimer. You'll be recorded and it'll be posted in the Google world. So come with your clothes on instead of your PJs. I don't know why my clicker's not working, but here we go. So this is what the PowerPoint is going to look like every day. We'll have our agenda, and these are actually clickable to the slide that it has to do with. So I'm going to click through each one. Most of you know me, but if you don't, and maybe you already watched the open house video, I'm from Byron, which is only like a half hour away, and went to school at Central. And then I've been at Hazlitt for 23 years. And you probably know I coach track, and I'm the advisor for the Future Doctors of America Club. And I think that's going to be a virtual world. I decided I don't like talking to myself, so I'm bringing you guys back in. I'll be more together, I promise, in the future. I'm just trying to figure out how to move you guys. Okay, so during flex time, you guys can always hit me up. I'll leave the Zoom running. So if you, like today, you're not gonna need any help with the homework, but any other day, if, you know, during that flex time, so we'll be together maybe 30 minutes. And like I said, AP is hard for me to limit it to 30 minutes. But for the rest of the time, if you guys need me, I'll be on the Zoom. You'll see, like, I struggle a lot with my vision. And so I might be like right up in the camera sometimes. And then this was just all part of getting to know me is I like to travel, as Sophia can tell you. And this year we're supposed to go to the Galapagos Islands. We'll see if they open up our borders and if we get a vaccine and if everything's safe. Fingers crossed. In June we're headed there. If you want, I'll put a link on that and you can investigate that tour a little bit more. You, on the other hand, some of you have already been filling out the introductions page, and one of you I know already filled it out before I changed it, so you're good. This doesn't look like what you did. It's fine. But this is just a little get to know you. And all of these are hyperlinks. So like from this document, if you missed class, you could always just open this up and click that, and it's going to go to the Google Classroom where you can find that assignment. It's a little bit slow, but it'll be there. Wah, wah, wah. See, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And there it is. Okay, so let's keep rolling through. Ooh, we went backwards. Okay, so I don't know, you know, it's a virtual world. Do you need a 3-ring binder? I don't know that you're going to be printing stuff off. When we go to school, we're going to need a 3-ring binder, and if you're somebody who likes to print things off, you'll want a 3-ring binder. I typically give a lot of handouts, although they're all going to be digital. So I don't know if you really need that spiral notebook. Even though we're going to be online, handwriting notes like science there's been numerous studies that actually writing down the notes is making connections in your brain. So like the neurons that go from your hand go to your brain, and they create file folders to store information. So even though you're virtual and you're going to read things maybe online, I highly recommend still taking old school notes to help you learn. We will do graphing. This is a science class. So I suggest getting some graph paper. Of course, you can always like print off a graph sheet from the internet. That's fine too. Hopefully you all got your brand new textbooks. Did anybody not get their textbook? I got one hand. I'm scrolling through. 2 hands. Okay, so the office will be open, and I know like teachers can go until 3:30. You should be able to go into the office. I see they have a stack of books that weren't picked up already, like all different kinds of books. So you should be able to go there and grab that textbook. And Penelope, am I right? Were they handing out both the textbook and the workbook?
The workbook, I went to the the band room to go get by myself, and then I came back and I got the textbook from the office. So
Okay.
I would assume that they have the workbook there now, but I'm not sure because I
Okay.
didn't get.
Okay. So that's something that we've never had before, the workbook. So I did order, we have a whole class set of those. So did you, like Sophia, did you pick up a workbook?
Yeah.
Okay,
we
good.
did.
Okay, so you picked up a textbook and a workbook, and if you missed one of those, you can go to the office and get those. The workbook is really, I think I really like the way it's put together. I think it, like in AP, it's no longer about memorizing content. It's really about being able to think and being able to support your thoughts and using scientific practices. And I find the workbook is more along those lines, not so straightforward, like spit out and regurgitate. And you know you're going to be FRQing on the exam, free response questions. So I think that that's good practice for us. There's study prep books, all kinds of study prep books in the that you can get. Barron's book, Kaplan, Pearson, Princeton Review, the Cliff Notes, 5 Steps to a 5, all kinds of books. Students typically love the Barron's book. I've liked the Kaplan book, but I'm starting to become a fan of the Pearson Review. But it's up to you. You guys can look on, like, just Amazon and read reviews or read samples of them, and you're going to like one more than the other. So that's the study prep book. And then, of course, when we do FRQs, if you're going to handwrite them, they must be in blue or black ink. So you want to get used to writing in ink and being able to make corrections in ink. Pencils, you're going to go through a lot of note taking. Highlighters, please don't highlight in the brand new books. They're like $170 each. That's horrible, right? It would be nice to be able to highlight them. Colored pencils, fine tip markers. I think all of that is just going to be helpful for you to organize information. So the supplies list is linked there. Some goals of AP Biology and what it actually is. So you're probably familiar with AP Bio. I'm going to get a new group of people to look at. It is a college level class, and it's a whole year's worth of not just college level biology, but college level biology for bio majors. So a whole semester's worth. And then at the end, you know, you take your test and hopefully you get credit for that class. Some schools, if they don't give you credit, they're at least going to give you a chance to skip a class and take the next level, which is still going to like save you big time money. So then that's equivalent. We did that. The goals. And this is where I was just saying they're really moving away from the memorization of content. They want to develop inquiry, reasoning skills, planning of experiments, basically, analyzing data, using math to support your claims, and justifying arguments. They're huge on justifying arguments. I'm trying to remember what time we're here till. So 8:50 we want to try to be done. I'm gonna do I want to keep going? Do you guys want to do a breakout room? Or you're not ready to think? Okay, I got at least one head. So I'm gonna let you do this on your own. So in the Google world, you're gonna find this document here. And this is huge pages, the CED, which stands for the course exam description, course and exam description, as stated here. And I think that in order to be successful, it's important to know what's expected of you, right? And what content we're going to cover and what we want to know specifically about that content. And that's what this course description gives you. And it's really, really long. So when you click on the document, I'm going to help you out by giving you page numbers to refer to. So you can just skip ahead to those page numbers. If you haven't already joined the AP Classroom, so again, you guys can open this PowerPoint later on your own, or all these tasks are under the Google World as homework. So you can open the AP Central Classroom and use this code. And this is a place we are going to visit a lot. So one, you have to be in there because they're going to order your tests from that. So if you're taking the test in May 14th, the counselors are going to use this class to connect with the College Board in order to sign you up. So this is separate from the Google Classroom. And this is how the College Board will communicate with you as well. And on top of that, they're going to have videos starting tomorrow. I can't wait to see. They're going to have AP Daily videos that are going to be used. We will probably view them on Wednesdays during our asynchronous time. And so the videos will be posted there and in YouTube. But also questions, like we're going to do 2 questions Thursday that are in the AP Classroom. So you want to get on that list if you haven't already done that. The Google Classroom you're probably pretty familiar with because you guys have been around the block. Again, each of these tasks are things that you need to do. And this set is just becoming familiar with the Google Classroom. If you haven't joined the Google Classroom, here's your code. Or here's your code. And this first page, the stream, this is where I'll post your agenda, which is the thing we're going through right now, which is all clickable. But also this is like your world of communications. If you have questions, post them in the stream. I might answer them or another student might answer them. So if you see somebody's question, feel free to interact. The more engaging you are, the more you're going to get out of this and the more connected you're going to feel. So this stream will be for you guys as well as like the agenda. So interact with each other there. And if you click on this, like I said, the pages are clickable. So like if you clicked this, it's going to launch the web page like that. It'll be there. So over here on the left, I think it's good to know these topics. If you click on the topic, like these weeks are always going to be the homework items. So if you click on that topic, it'll open up everything for that week and it won't look at anything else. So it kind of helps you streamline things rather than looking at the class resources and that all at the same time. So you're going to find the class resources. Oops. Let me go back. What did I want to say? Oh, these are the class resources. Sorry, I missed it. These are 3 that I thought were super important right now. The daily schedule. Like I am most stressed about being on the schedule. And because like I don't have a bell ringing to tell me shut up. And I don't have a bell telling me to get started. And I have to, like I wrote it out and I have it in front of me. But if you're like me, you'll want that. Today's routine is a little bit different. So today, if you wanted to know the time schedules for today, it's there. Our syllabus, actually, I am going to open this. Our syllabus, let me go to this page here in a second. I have already planned out a lofty goal of week by week and what we should be studying. I'm going to change my view. I'm going to look at some more people while that's coming up. So if you scroll down through this, you will get to, I'm being really lenient also for grades to make my life easier. I made you guys the same as all my other classes. So I think you're actually 60, 30, I'll have to look. But it's easier. You got less grade on the test and then more over here. This is slightly wrong. I have to remember what it is though. Okay, I'll look at that later. Anyways, here's our week by week, the topics we should be covering. And I'll add on to this as we go and I know more information. But you'll see when we have FRQs to do or, oh no, you don't see that. You just see the topics. I have another column on my version. So this is a lofty goal. If we stick with this week by week, and sometimes you guys are going to be like, oh, we're not ready for the test. But if we stick to it, we're going to be able to spend 1, 2, 3 weeks reviewing for the test, for the big test in May. So that's our goal. We'll try. Okay. Going on. Helpful links. I'm sure I have a presentation version of this, no? And then helpful links. So the Zoom link won't change. So you don't have to search for it. It's going to be under the helpful links. Just click it and it'll launch our Zoom. The AP College Board, that's that classroom where we'll answer questions, watch videos, and order tests. Bozeman Science is like a lifeline to all AP students. Mr. Anderson has created like content videos for anatomy, for biology, environmental, teachers, and AP Bio. And if you ask any student, they're going to say that Mr. Bozeman got them through AP Bio. So that's his whole playlist of videos. And then this is the College Board in the spring, getting ready for the test, they started putting out videos. So these are review sessions for each of the topics that we cover. So maybe at the, either you could watch it as an intro to a topic or a closure to the topic to review before a test. So hopefully so far these 3 check marks are the tasks you already have done. We did the Zoom, we've joined the AP Classroom, and you did not do the scavenger hunt because I didn't launch it we were going to do that in the breakout. So we still have the introductions to do. Some of you have already done them. Whoa, that just like went crazy on me. Okay. So anything that's not checked, you still want to do, right? If you haven't done the first contact, this is just a survey, and it's like, where can I reach you? What's the best time to reach your folks? Do you have any problems getting online? Normally I have ask you AP related questions, but I didn't get around to doing that this year. The CED scavenger hunt is an assignment. So I'm going to change that from classwork to homework. And because we didn't do it in our class time here. And that's just getting to know expectations, really. And then your introduction page, which some of you have done already. This week, Wednesday, we're going to be covering water. So I haven't posted like the documents that go along with this, but we're going to want to talk about the properties of water and hydrogen bonding, because ultimately hydrogen bonding is what gives water their properties. And that's going to lead into acids and bases. So before Wednesday, this isn't anything I'm going to be checking. I want you to read and take notes, 27 to 33, just to be prepared. If you haven't taken chemistry already, because I know I have a couple sophomores maybe, or I think maybe juniors that came from biology. So if you haven't had chemistry, all of chapter 2 is chemistry, and AP assumes chemistry to be a prerequisite. So it would be in your best interest to not just do the water at the end of that chapter, but to read the whole chapter